Well, to many non-English football fans, you may be forgiven for thinking Queen's Park Rangers play their home games at Buckingham Palace. It couldn't be much further from the case though, as the Isles have a long and proud history at Loftus Road, which is often called one of the toughest grounds in the country to go to in an away match. A lot of that is mostly due to how boxed in the stadium is, which we will show further as the video goes on. Right now though, Julie and Stefan's side are eyeing a return to the Premier League after 11 years away from the big time. The last time they were in it, they had Rio Ferdinand at the back and Julio Cesar in goal. And they have just a small task today of facing Frank Lampard's Championship table toppers, Coventry City, who did step up though on Monday night away to relegation threatened Norwich. I was coming to this one off the back of a sensational late Wrexham comeback to somehow win all 3 points at this stadium last week, but know that a win will take them to within touching distance of the playoff positions. This is Unfiltered Football, and this is a huge clash in the Championship as Queen's Park Rangers host Coventry City. Yes, you missed this back, I know, yeah. So, a bit more context, I could say, on the game today. It's a big one. QPR know they can move 2 points off of the playoff faces. Obviously, Derby got in there last night. A brilliant win at Bristol City by 5 goals from there. Bristol City aside, that QPR can move level on points with. Today, quite a few teams on 43 points in the Championship, like Watford also there as well. That's where, obviously, QPR can end the day if they were to win today. Coventry could have the opportunity, well, they do have the opportunity to potentially, depending on how Middlesbrough is on, they have an opportunity to go 6 points clear at the top of the table. Obviously, had a massive lead around Christmas time, and it really sort of started to fall away over sort of New Year and January. I made a video on it the other day, actually. A lot of Coventry fans just purely saying a lot of teams have wobbles around about this time of the season. It's very, very true. So they'll very much be keen to get back to winning ways today and get Frank Lampard's promotion, well, title charge in the Championship well and truly back ahead. I've got to say thanks for the support on the Bobby Sampson video last week as well, by the way. That was best by far. Got about 10 new subscribers. If you're not subscribing already, literally click off the video right now and literally underneath it there should be a subscribe button. It doesn't cost you a thing, but massively helps me out, as well as like the video, all that normal stuff, and make sure we can continue delivering great content. It's time for me to take you to Loftus Road. Google Maps never ceases to amaze me with some of the routes it takes me down, but QPR fans, please tell me if I've gone through like some weird back alley to get it, but here we are. This is the back of Loftus Road. Literally is in the back garden of a primary school. Strange. Something tells me that can maybe do with a bit of liquor paints. I mentioned in the intro just how boxed in it is. Like, that's one of the floodlights here. I'm technically walking like adjacently to the ground, and you just think I'm on a street here in West London, Shepherd's Bush. But no, we'll get a lot louder right now, so before kick-off. But it's not far away from, to be fair. You don't get much leg room here, I'll say that. Not a bad little view though. Oh, I just put on a Palace, a gantry. I think we're Blackpool this will do. Pan it down in a second. A quick check on the team news for Coventry. They actually are well out there from, no, they don't have an information part. They are without Brandon Thomas-Asante after his elbow on lunch last week. He got a retrospective 3-game ban. It wasn't actually picked up on in the match. So that also, I mean, they're out not starting the likes of Hadji today, which is really interesting to see why Lampard has gone with that. And for QPR, one player definitely you want to watch out for is Richard Kone. Players progressed through the English leagues. It's a great story to look into it a little bit more, and he starts today. He's done quite well in the Championship so far, so this is the first time I've seen him live, so I'm looking forward to that. Should be a great game, this. Usually I say how good pitches are, but this one I'm surprised. Look how muddy that looks. It's been sunny here in London all day. I mean, yesterday was really, really rainy. And the effects of that is clearly right on the pitch. You'd imagine that will definitely suit QPR. You'd think so. Kick off, as you can tell, just under an hour away now. I don't know what this is in the corner as well. QPR fans, feel free to explain. Extra couple of seats in Western London. I left the Pompey Science game last week pretty much saying, wow, what a game. I think we'll struggle to top that next week. Well, actually, I mean, it's hard to say we've topped that because I think the Pompey Southampton atmosphere for that game was second to none. By far and away the best we've experienced on this channel so far. But yesterday was absolutely fantastic. And I'd love to know from QPR fans where that ranks among best home games this season. Because I feel like I've actually hit a really good run, certainly with London Championship clubs. I was at Millwall 3, Southampton 2, which many more fans commented and said that was the best game of the day. Almost like 20 years. Bear in mind, I haven't even been alive 20 years. That's a pretty good going for me to get there. I was also at Charlton beating Blackburn 3-0 earlier this season across the capital as well. So for some reason, I have really good luck of going to London Championship clubs. And QPR certainly is up there. Massive, massive win against the crumbling, I should say now, league leaders. And only league leaders by goal difference. Because as I mentioned earlier on in the video, they could have gone 6 points clear QPR. They didn't. Middlesbrough won at home to Norwich City. So now the gap is non-existent between the top two, which is unfathomable at Christmas. And even when Rob Edwards left Middlesbrough, you were like, they're really going to struggle to keep up. Kim Hellberg's come in and done an excellent job at the Riverside. And obviously now, level on points with Coventry. I think there's a 5-point buffer now between them and third placed Ipswich. So this championship promotion battle is so wide open. And this season, every team virtually from... Well, it's like now there's not even a buffer between Coventry. Literally every other team other than Paul Sheffield Wednesday at the bottom could be anyone. And that's why the Championship is such an underrated league, as was proven here. I thought the game in the first half was really, really slow. And I can see why Coventry are having their slump. Because they just looked devoid of ideas in possession. So many times they get the ball across the back line. Matt Grimes would drop into that back line and help. And they just had no seemingly ideas of like... how to really progress the ball up the pitch, which is baffling considering this reverse fixture. Coventry won 7-1 at the CBS Arena back in August. So yeah, it's bizarre how the goals didn't look that much of a threat going forward. It was a good goal they scored in the end, but from Josh Sheggles, obviously. But, you know, it didn't look like they were going to score many more, and obviously QPR took their chances. What they did have was a proper QPR, number 9 did QPR. Richard Kone, I mentioned him before the game. I was like, really want to see what he looks like, what he's like as a player in the flesh. He is the real... He'll be in the Premier League next season. And again, look up his story because it's absolutely fantastic. So hopefully see him in the Premier League. Whether that will be with QPR or not, who knows. But his... Obviously, the goal, the finish was excellent. But his all-round play, I thought hold-up play was absolutely second to none. Superb. Really helped the other QPR attackers get into the game. Yeah, and you can see why there's a lot of hype around this kid. He's only been at QPR, like I say, a couple of months after coming in from Wickham. I think this is his first season in the Championship, and he's looking more than good enough for this level. So that is brilliant. And for QPR, I mean, like I said, gaps closer between them and the playoffs, and they will fancy it. Why not? So like I said earlier, once again, a massive thank you to everyone who's liked, commented, shared, done whatever you can to support the channel. It massively helps me out. Like I say, if you haven't already, just please go and subscribe. Literally, scroll out of it, getting it of the video in full screen. Presumably you're watching me on full screen. Scroll out of that. Make sure you click the subscribe button, and I'll still be chatting. You know, quite frankly, helps me out a lot. Doesn't cost you a penny. So, if you're a QPR or Coventry fan, it's the first time you've seen the channel, please feel free to share it to other supporters, you know, who enjoyed the day, maybe even out of the game. So, yeah, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you guys in next week's video. Adios.